Here is Muho with Xuan-san. We are still talking about Zen and yoga. At the end of the last video, Xuan-san was explaining a little bit about the breathing technique in yoga. You also mentioned the Mula Bandha.
Yeah.
There's, I think, several bandhas.
Yes.
And in Zen, you don't have that concept of bandha and to kind of lock the bandha. It's more about, well, relaxing, releasing, at least from my experience. Sometimes they tell you to drop the intestines, like they say in Japanese, you let completely go, while in yoga it's more like you pull them up.
Yeah.
You pull them up, so it's completely different. The one is tugging them up and you lock here, and in Zen you release them and let them down. Maybe you can explain a little bit about both the breathing, which you just did at the end of the second video, but on also the bandha. Probably I didn't know about bandha 2 years ago. I didn't even know the word. Maybe you can say what it is and why it's important.
Yeah, actually, you say that you drop down, you drop everything. In yoga, you need to grounding also.
Yes.
Like right now, they're doing air yoga. Air yoga have no grounding. For me, I'm sorry, air yoga, I don't feel it's a yoga. I'm sorry, I say that. But you needed to grounding. You know, you needed to connect the earth. Maybe it's good for healthy the other yoga. I don't know. But you lift your body up. Still, you're not just lifting up. Like you wanted to hibaru. You wanted to pull something. You needed to keep one side and then you pull. You keep straight. So you push the floor and then you lift up. You're not if you only lift up, you can't lift up. So you have to put on. There are like two different ways when you practice yoga.
Yes.
For the breathing, I think for other yoga, maybe the teacher or they don't really tell you how to breathing, or they don't really focus on breathing. But for the yoga we practice is Ashtanga. It's a breathing system. So in old generation, Guruji generation, they say it's Ujjayi practice. But when I went to India, I meet my teacher Shalaji, and he said it's not Ujjayi practice. It's just natural breathing with sound. You just breathing naturally. But for me as a yoga teacher, if you just tell your student breathing naturally, how?
That's the most difficult thing.
How?
Yeah.
So you have to tell them detail. But so when we teach the normally people, the people they don't know yoga, you have to really tell where you have to, like you in that Japanese, also in Chinese we say dantian. So you lift your dantian, you tie your dantian, you lift up the muscle. I don't know the muscle how to say in English. You lift the part up. That part we say is the Mula Bandha. And there's so many bandhas in your body, but in yoga practice normally we do 3 bandha: Jalandhana Bandha, Ujjayi Bandha, and the Mula Bandha. When you practice yoga, those 3 bandha should connection. The most important one, of course, is Mula Bandha, because Mula Bandha, if you tie your Mula Bandha, this is the big difference when you're doing yoga and other exercise. Like you go to the gym or you do another exercise, you just use your outside muscle. You just use your body. If you have your Mula Bandha, it change. So that's the big difference. When you're doing yoga, you need to relax outside muscle, but you need to tie your inside muscle. How you tie the inside muscle? You let your Mula Bandha. The breathing also. This when you're breathing, I tell you to like press your chest. So this part is in the middle. This connecting is very important. You need to connect your chest where you go inhale and then exhale. So you need to tie this part to make the connection. If your Mula Bandha not tight all the time, you lost the connection. You go relax, and it's hard to doing your yoga practice. Yoga also means Shangati. It means it all goes together.
Yes.
So your breathing bring your body and your mind together, tidy your mula bandha and balance your breathing is very important when you're doing yoga, especially Ashtanga yoga. Also, I think for another yoga also. Also, the big difference is when you're doing yoga, we close the mouth. We say you close the mouth, don't let your energy go outside. It's also for disconnecting. So it's very, I think a lot different than when you're doing zazen.
Yes. So you do that also, like at the end of a Ashtanga session, often you sit in Padmasana and meditate for a couple of minutes. And then also you lock the Mula Bandha.
And then, yes.
And you do the breast breathing. How about when after that we sit for an hour on Sundays? Do you close the bandha or what do you do?
I feel comfortable because when I feel more comfortable to tie my lower body. I don't know other people. I always tie my lower body when I sit down. I don't really do Padmasana because it's hard for me to do the whole hour meditation on Padma. So I just relax my leg, but I tie my bandha. Sometimes like I feel sleepy or I feel my mind is hard to concentration, and I start to do the Ashtanga breathing, like make a sound, and then I feel more concentration, more bringing back to the moment, not let my mind go everywhere. So I don't know other people doing when they do meditation, but I always like when I do yoga, I always keep my breathing similar, but maybe not so loud, maybe quietly, but connecting every part and try to relax.
Another difference between Zen and yoga is in Zen we have a cushion. So we have the hips a little bit higher, and that also helps to kind of have the weight of the body not only on the sitting bones, but you also have a certain amount on the knees. So often we talk about like it's like a pyramid. You have these 3 points that support you, while if you don't have the cushion, it's mostly the buttocks that support you.
Yeah, if you relax and then your back around, you like this. Yeah. So you have to. Oh, I never thought about that. That's a good point. Yeah, I never.
So how is it for you? You know both styles, meditating in full or in lotus posture without a cushion and with a cushion. How does it feel for you? The difference?
When I do meditation, I always sit something. I feel more comfortable.
I see. Even if it's kind of yoga style.
Yeah. Yes. I think it's for that, and the main thing is you just don't move, right? Don't move is more important than how you sit and how. So I think whatever you wanted to, just try to feel comfortable and don't move for like how long you wanted to sit in that. Like the yoga also, the thing is you have to practice, relax. It's not about what difficult asana you're doing. It's about if you really into your movement, if you really breathing through your movement, if you really your mind, your body all goes together. That's the
problem is that many people have pain after 5, 10, 15 minutes.
Yes.
Well, one thing, it's boring, but then also even if you want to sit, there's this pain.
Yes.
What advice do you have?
Pain? You mean yoga or zazen?
Well, like sitting. Like you said, it's important not to move, and you should feel comfortable. But for many people, it's really uncomfortable to just sit, and so they want to move to reduce the pain.
Your moving won't change. Even you moved, your pain won't go away. So it's useless. Don't move. The pain is part of your practice. So Patanjali, Patanjali define yoga is chitta vritti nirodha. So chitta
is the mind.
It's the mind. But in yoga, there's so many minds. It's not only one mind. Chitta mind. Vritti is the wave. So chitta vritti. The mind is tricky. The mind stay in the middle. He would either We have 3 minutes. We have 3 more minutes.
Well, 2.
So he either go outside or go inside. So if you're always thinking about outside part, then your mind will drive you go outside. If you connect with your inside part, you go inside. You have to keep your mind with nirodha. Nirodha in Sanskrit is an envelope. Like you put something inside envelope and you tape it.
Envelope.
Envelope, and then the inside part stuff cannot go outside. Outside also cannot go inside. So you keep your mind. You have to connect you and your heart. Chitta mind is you and your heart, the connection. You have to keep the connection and put it in a nirodha. Keep in nirodha. That's yoga. Your mind won't stay one place. Your mind always moving. You either go this street or go another direction. So you have to control it. That's the part of yoga practice. That's the yoga. That's why yoga calls yoga, because that's the training. So like Zazen, you stayed for 30 years. It's still hard, right? It never goes easy. That's the practice. Painful is one part of your practice. Even you don't do anything, you sleep on the bed, you get up, maybe sometimes your neck hurts, or you don't do anything, you still have painful on your body. It's not the yoga fault, it's not the Zazen fault. You're going to pain anyway. You're going to feel pain anyway.
Life is pain.
Yeah, you're going to experience dukkha. Dukkha anyway.
Pain is a sign that you're still alive. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay, let's stop here and continue in the next one.
Okay.